Welcome back to my 8-day game analysis 2018. Today I'm going to bring you the second quarter analysis, and for the sake of time, unfortunately I'm only going to do 4 plays. It's been hard to kind of do the long videos that I used to do, but I'm going to give you those plays, go into depth on them, and then just kind of give you the overarching ideas. And that hopefully could be enough for conversation and discussion in the comments, and then we can go from there. But without any further ado, let's just get right into it. So starting out immediately in the second quarter, Jalen Hurts has the ball here. Well, the white team offense does. Jalen Hurts on this play is immediately under pressure from the tackles, from the defensive ends that are rushing against his left and right tackle. He steps up through the rush and tries to hit number 81, who I believe is Derek Keith, on a corner route. But he threw the ball off balance, and the ball may have been tipped by the defensive lineman in front of him, who was being blocked by the offensive lineman. The ball ends up being kind of short and lofty, and then Trevon Diggs ends up jumping up and picking it out of the air. It was a sack anyway, so it wasn't really a pick. Quentin Miller, in his pass rush, he was one of the ones that came up the field and forcing Jalen up. He was able to actually get a hand on Jalen and get the credit for the sack before he even threw the ball. So that ball, Jalen kind of threw a little weird because of the pressure, and it also may have been tipped. And so it just wasn't a good play all the way around. Like I said, I don't like the fact that the offensive tackles are getting beaten pretty badly. I mean, they look bad going against the first team defense, which looks good for the defense, but looks bad for the offense. And it's really hard for any quarterback to succeed under those circumstances. So either way, I still would like to see a better ball from Jalen, but the pass rush and the protection didn't help him out at all. Now, I'm going to go down to the 5-minute, 47-second mark of the second quarter. I know I'm skipping a lot. It's so much I wanted to say, and I can't do it. So I believe, Jalen Hurts here is still on the ball. It's play action. Irv Smith comes open a little bit after the route develops a little bit into the play. Now, this is where I want to see Jalen throw the ball at this moment right here. Unfortunately, Terrell Lewis, who is injured, he is just absolutely schooling the left tackle, number 78. Whoever 78 is right now, I'm not sure. He did it so well. He played against 78 so well that Jalen Hurts is flustered from the left side of the pocket, which is where, the left side of the field, which is where Irv Smith's route is going. And because of that, Jalen can't throw that play. Like right when he's breaking open, that's when the rush comes from the left side and flushes Jalen away. And it was going to be a dig route. Now, to be clear, I want Jalen to stay in there and throw that ball. But let's not pretend that the pressure is phony. Like, it was right there. It actually prevented him from sitting just still and making a clean and easier throw. You need pass protection to be a good quarterback. I know it's a lot of talk about, it's funny, we're like, it's a quarterback-driven league, when they're talking about the NFL and talking about the importance of the quarterback and all that. Yeah, that's all good and important to say, whatever. Not really that important to say, but people always forget that this is a team sport. You need everybody doing their job, everyone doing everything well in order to succeed on any given play in football. Quarterback cannot do anything by themselves. Running backs cannot do anything by themselves. Offensive line can't do anything by themselves. Everyone needs to be doing their job in order to succeed. And on this play, the pressure from the left side is ridiculous. You need better pass protection to have a good offense. By the way, Savion Smith had Devonta Smith all covered up. And not only that, but Terrell Lewis and Isaiah Buggs had great pursuit on the play as well. So it was just really interesting all the way around. Now, at the 3-minute, the 3-minute, 18-second mark of the second quarter. Now we're going to get into more Mac Jones, at least on this play. He had the read that he wanted to hit on the right side of the field, and he stayed that way. So that's why I told you, he's good about taking the snap, pre-reading the play, deciding beforehand where he wants to throw, and that's where he's going to go with the ball. So he stayed that way on the right side. He got rattled under the pressure coming in his face, so it's actually a good sign that the second team is finally producing pressure But the pressure, like I said, it affects quarterbacks. You can't do well when it's in your face like that. And he threw an erratic ball. So pressure causes quarterbacks to throw bad balls. That went over number 36 on a corner route. So he was trying to get the ball to 36 on a corner route. And 36 was open, but the pressure caused a bad ball. So young quarterbacks, like I said, all quarterbacks in general, either have to know when is it safe to stay in the pocket and throw that ball, or when is it safer to get out of the way and kind of protect yourself a little bit so that you don't get hurt. And it was rough. A side note, too, on this play is that I'm just not sure if I like the way that he throws. Like, mechanically, when he throws the ball, his arm kind of extends in an awkward manner, and I'm not sure if that slows him down a lot. What do you guys think? What do you think about that motion, the way he throws the ball? Specifically, look at this play and commenting on that for me. Now, I'm going to get to, this is the last play I'm going to do, a 2-minute, 28-second mark of the second quarter. Jalen Hurts here. He's hanging in the pocket. He sidesteps the pressure while keeping his eyes downfield. That's all really good things. That's what I want to see all the time and every time. I'll say it again. He was hanging in the pocket. He sidestepped the pressure, and he kept his eyes down the field. That's good. But when he went for the throw, the pressure caused him to fall away a bit. Who was it? Number 84, the tight end. I can't remember his name right now. We know his name. The tight end. It's going to come to me. I'm going to get his name. It's going to come. Miller Forrestall. No, Miller Forrestall is 87. Who is tight end number 84? We're going to get him. Tight end number 84 was open, but the ball hung inside of the target. So rather than the outside. So the way Jalen threw the ball is that the ball ended up coming more toward the inside rather than toward the outside, where it would have been a completion. But in this case, it ended up being an incompletion because the defender was able to break on it and impact the receiver, causing an incompletion. So Jalen did everything right on this play except falling away when the pressure got to him. And that's why I said it's a balanced thing. The quarterback has to, at times, stand in the face of pressure and deliver the ball well. But at the same time, you don't want your quarterback to die getting hit throwing the ball. I think we've seen it even with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers will sit in the pocket and take all type of hits. But we've seen him become very gimpy and can't stand on his leg, can't put pressure on his feet because of injuries. And that's honestly, I had a little something on my screen there. But honestly, that's not a good thing. That hurts your quarterback. That hurts their longevity in the league when they keep taking hits and they can't remain healthy. So that's something you don't want to see your quarterback do, but it's good to see them have toughness and be able to stand there and make completions when it's necessary or when it's safer to do it than at other times. And that's a weird situation to be in, and that's hard to evaluate, but you really got to see that through. All in all, the second quarter, it wasn't like too much going on here, but those were plays I wanted to highlight. And Nick Saban himself agreed with kind of what I said at the beginning of the game, is that the first team, if you can watch this halftime interview with Holly Rowe, first team offensive line struggled. He said that Nick Saban himself said the first team offensive line struggled with the first team defense. It's just the way it went. They really played bad. They had to step better. And he also said Mac Jones is talented, but he makes young player mistakes. I said both of those things, and Nick Saban said both of those things at halftime. And I think it's easy to see, and these are things you have to keep into account at all times when you're making any decision or any analysis or any evaluation on any player. So thanks for listening to the second quarter analysis here. I'll be back with the third quarter. Let me know what you all think. Let's have a discussion. I'll see you next time.